Welcome back guys to It's a Viral. Make sure you are not watching this at night. We have explored every dark part of YouTube to find the top 5 scariest stories from the internet. And have put them all in one video just for you. Before we start, make sure to subscribe and click the bell so you never miss when we next upload. Starting off with Number 5. We have the killer body Fumes in 1994. Gloria Ramirez was rushed to hospital with breathing problems and ended up dying from heart and kidney failure. While they were trying to save her, the ER staff inserted an IV drip into her and drew some blood. They said it smelt like ammonia, and some people reported her skin being covered in a strange oily layer. The nurse then noticed strange particles floating in the blood. Soon she fainted, then the doctor left the room, sat down and also fainted. Next, a respiratory therapist in the room fainted. People started dropping like flies. When they woke up, they couldn't stop shaking and their skin felt like it was on fire. The ones that were closest to Gloria Ramirez ended up being hospitalized for days. But out of the 37 emergency room staff members, 23 of them experienced some of these strange symptoms. Scientists have struggled to put forward a theory as to why Gloria Ramirez's body was just so toxic and how fumes from her blood were just so dangerous. Number 4. A family in Westfield, New Jersey were forced to flee their brand new $1.3 million home after receiving letters from someone who called himself the Watcher. Now the Watcher had told the new family that the home had been in his family for decades, and that they were put in charge of watching it. If that doesn't sound creepy enough, wait till you hear this. The Watcher then asked if the family's children had found what's in the walls yet. And also said, "I am pleased to know your names now. And the names of the young blood you have brought." Quite rightly, the family left soon after that, and the police never found out who the Watcher really was. No new letters have been sent, and it's thought the Watcher is just waiting to watch the new arrivals. Number 3. We have Heaven's Gate. In 1974, a group called Heaven's Gate formed in the United States. They believed the Earth was about to be recycled. All life would apparently be wiped out, and the only way for them to be saved was to evacuate the planet and get onto a spacecraft that was traveling behind an approaching comet. By committing mass suicide, this UFO would then apparently take their souls to a level of existence above human. On March 26, 1997, their bodies were found at a rented California ranch. 38 members had killed themselves by taking a lethal cocktail. Police found all of them lying neatly in their own bunk beds. Their faces were covered with a square purple cloth. All of them had black sweatpants and joggers on. Brand new Nike shoes and armband patches that said Heaven's Gate Away Team. This was not a joke. Tapes that they have recorded before the mass suicide can be found here on YouTube. Creepy. Number 2. We have Facebook from Beyond the Grave. In 2014, Reddit user Nate SW shared a very chilling story. On a 7th of August 2012, his girlfriend Emily was killed in a car crash. They have been dating for 5 years. 13 months passed with Nate trying to move on from that, and then on September 4, 2013, he got a Facebook message from her. At first, Nathan presumed it was from Emily's mother, who he had given the Facebook password to her. A few more months passed. And then the messages continued, again making references to some of their past conversations. Then he started getting notifications from her, where she would tag herself in his pictures in empty spaces, where she should have been. No matter how many times he changed her password, the messages just kept coming. Eventually she started to say she was cold. Really cold. She was freezing and didn't know what was happening to her. To this day, Nathan still doesn't know. This was some sort of sick joke, or a chilling message from beyond the grave. And finally, number 1. We have Joseph Matheny. Before our story even begins, Joseph had already killed 10 people in a number of different grisly ways. The victims were usually crack cocaine addicts, or prostitutes that he would hack to death with an axe under a bridge. One witness who was just fishing nearby got beaten to death with a steel pipe simply for just seeing a murder take place. Joseph was still not caught, and so he opened his own burger stand like you do. Now whenever he killed a new prostitute, he would use the meat in his burgers that he would sell to people. When he was eventually caught and arrested, Matheny told police, "I will also sell real roast beef and pork sandwiches. They were very good. The human body taste was very similar to pork if you mix it together. No one can tell the difference." I hope you enjoyed today's 5 scary stories. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and share with someone you want to scare. Thanks for watching and see you next time.